Hello traders, and thanks for tuning in to this week's Market Outlook from XNES. As usual, we're going to be looking at a potential idea for a trade over the next few days, what traders need to be aware of if they take the trade. But first, let's look back at the performance of the idea from last week. Last week's idea was a potential sell of Bitcoin from around 15,700. That idea still seems to be active because we can see that the main cryptocurrency moved up to test unsuccessfully the support around 16,500. So we're going to be watching the progress of that idea and Bitcoin over the next few days and into next week. For this week's idea for a trade, we're joined by Andreas Themistocleus. Thank you very much, Andreas, for being here to give us the idea for a trade.
Thank you very much for having me, Michael.
So what you're looking at this week, Andreas, what do you think is a potential position that might be taken?
So the trading idea for this week is a potential long position on Euro USD only after some correction around the 1.025 price area, which is just below the 23.6% of the Fibonacci and also the support of the last swing. The price is carrying out what seems to be a bull flag pattern, which forms after a sharp upward movement on the price. After that, the price enters a kind of a range, completing the bull flag pattern.
And so we've had last week increasing sentiment that the Fed will probably only hike 2 steps at its next meeting, and the FOMC's minutes also suggested a slower pace of hikes. So coming within that context and after the holiday from Thanksgiving, when the tone seems to have changed in markets, what do you think are some of the most important factors that traders are going to be watching, whether that's economic data or other news or something else over the next few days?
So the traders need to pay attention to the important news that will affect fiber for this week, like job openings report, the Fed Chair Jerome Powell set to be released on Wednesday, manufacturing and non-manufacturing PMI that are also expected to drop and might create some losses on the dollar. Unemployment rate is going to be published on Thursday, which is not expected to change much. But the NFP on Friday is going to create some volatility in the markets. Even though the NFP figure is also expected to drop, it is still a positive figure, but I'm not sure if this is enough to support the back against these pairs.
Okay, thank you, Andreas. So in summary, the idea for a possible trade this week is a buy for euro-dollar after a correction, and that's being supported by what appears to be a bull flag pattern on the chart. And the main things that traders should be aware of this week is the NFP, of course, and various other data from the USA and the speech of Jerome Powell. So that's critical to monitor these data. And remember that this is just an idea for a trade. It's not a signal. Nothing is guaranteed in trading, and past performance does not guarantee results in the future. Thanks very much, Andreas, for being here today and for giving us the idea for the trade.
Thank you very much, Michael. Have a safe trading week, everybody, and always remember to manage your risks.